For decades, Parkinson's treatment has meant managing symptoms. But what if we could repair the underlying cause of the disease itself? This isn't science fiction. New clinical trials are putting this idea to the test, and the initial results show real improvements in patient symptoms. We will break down the science, the evidence from these trials, and what this new hope means for millions. To understand the solution, we must first see the problem. Parkinson's is a disease of loss. Specifically, the loss of brain cells that produce dopamine. Dopamine controls movement, motivation, and mood. The goal of stem cell therapy is simple: replace the cells that have been lost. Scientists use induced pluripotent stem cells. These are master cells, programmed to become the exact dopamine neurons that are needed. This gives us a potentially limitless supply of replacement neurons. But how do these cells actually work once inside the brain? The answer is multifaceted. First, certain stem cells can directly differentiate into new dopamine-producing neurons, providing a direct replenishment of what was lost. Second, they act as the brain's protectors. They reduce harmful neuroinflammation, which is a key driver of disease progression. Third, they secrete powerful growth factors like BDNF. Think of this as fertilizer for the brain, helping remaining neurons survive and repair themselves. So it's a triple action approach: replace, protect, and repair. This is a fundamentally different strategy from just taking medication. But implanting new cells raises a huge red flag for doctors: rejection. How do you stop the immune system from attacking these vital new cells? The answer is a personalized approach called autologous transplants. The stem cells are made from the patient's own body, often from skin or blood. Because the cells are from the patient, the immune system recognizes them as self. This circumvents the need for powerful immunosuppressant drugs. So, the science is elegant, the theory is sound. But does it actually work in people? Let's look at the evidence. Researchers published findings from 2 landmark trials. They transplanted dopamine cells from stem cells into Parkinson's patients to check for safety and benefits. The results were promising. Most participants saw an improvement in their motor symptoms, the tremors, stiffness, and slowness of Parkinson's. Specifically, 4 participants improved on a standard Parkinson's scale, even when off their medication. 5 improved while on their regular medication. But the most powerful proof was visible on brain scans. They showed a 44.7% average increase in dopamine activity in a key brain region. A 44.7% increase is a huge number. But with any powerful new therapy, the most pressing question is always, is it safe? The safety data was just as encouraging. There were no serious adverse events linked to the cells, and MRI scans showed no signs of tumors forming. However, it's wise to be realistic. This is not yet a proven cure. The trials were small, and research is ongoing to perfect the technique. We have promising short-term data. But long-term studies are needed to understand how these new cells perform over many years, or even decades. The work continues. A Phase 1 trial at Mass General Brigham is now testing the safety of using a patient's own reprogrammed stem cells. So we have incredible promise, but also a road ahead. Let's pull these threads together. What is the big picture here? Earlier, we talked about the theory: replacing lost neurons. Now we have proof: a 44.7% increase in dopamine activity visible on brain scans. Remember our idea of repairing the disease's cause? This therapy attacks the disease's foundation by replacing cells, protecting survivors, and reducing inflammation. And by using the patient's own cells, we solve the rejection problem. This makes the therapy not just more effective, but potentially much safer long-term. This isn't one breakthrough. It's several combined in cell reprogramming, neuroprotection, and personalized medicine, forming a new strategy against Parkinson's. So, can stem cell therapy help with Parkinson's? The evidence says yes. It shows clear, measurable promise in restoring brain function. We are witnessing a potential shift from managing a disease to repairing the damage it causes. The goal is a restoration of what was lost. For those affected by Parkinson's, the message is one of active hope. Stay informed about research, talk to your neurologist, and support this science. The road is still long, but the destination is not just managing Parkinson's, but potentially reversing its course. That is a future worth fighting for.